house.
I guess I better hit a button or two.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up, Jeff.
Just press the damn button, nerd.
Oh, did you do your iPad there, pal?
Oh, that's one thing we didn't have last week.
Thank you,
Yes.
Jeff. Yeah, you have to be like stepping and fetching for freaking sound bites over here.
Good morning, Paul. Martin. Trinidad. Hey, Trin. Ta-da, Raider. Hey, Jim R. Nice. Atticus be rocking. He pissed. That's what he said. He pissed off.
Same.
Adam Hill, what up? Enrique Valdez. Raider Lorian, Robert Pena, Raider Ryan, East Coast Raider, they all flowing in.
Nice.
Herman Munster. Hey, Herman Munster.
Hell yeah. Happy Halloween.
Perfect time of year to have
That's
over.
right. That's right. Ron, the Mater Raider, is in there. Jay Morse, Jay Harris. All the Jays are here. Mr. Arch Nemesis.
Ron was putting in overtime on the Silver and Black Today show.
Oh.
Was he?
Yeah, we were getting hit by the bots.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Oh, no. It's been a while.
It's been a while,
like.
yeah. We've graduated from Russian porn bots to sports betting.
Bring back the Russian porn bots.
I know, right?
Remember when I said that I was okay?
Yeah.
I lied. Can you turn me up just a little bit?
Gosh, Michelle, you're so high maintenance.
It's because I'm here.
Jeff rubbing off on you.
He's
Hey.
Hey, just
You're
stop
Talk about
it.
your life.
Rub on yourself.
Oh my gosh. Where's the thing? There it is.
What's up, guys? It's Richie Incognito, Las Vegas Raiders. I'm here at Raiders Fan Radio. Let's go, Raiders.
Hey, it's Mike Garofalo, NFL Network here in the home office, and you are listening to the Raiders Fan Radio podcast, taking that lighter journey into the dark side with Murf, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. She's got great hair. It's a little pink, it's a little purple, whatever it is. I'll tell you what, if I could grow it, I would sign up for that color today. So listen to her and the entire crew as they give you all the information on the Raiders on the podcast that benefits the One Nation Foundation. It's a great cause. It's a great pod. Tune in, turn it up. Here it comes. All that Raiders info and takes coming at you right now.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Koleknikov, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio. Take it away, guys.
Why, thank you, Brett Musburger. What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what we trust will be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. Here to bring you the lighter side journey into the dark side, where we love to talk about our favorite football team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Just three best friends hanging out in a basement talking about the Raiders that we just love so very much.
Yay.
God dang, man. We're down bad. It's week 3.
It's too soon to be
soon.
down
It's
so
too soon.
bad.
It's too damn soon.
Yeah. Remember the off season?
Oh, that
was
glorious
awesome.
off season.
That was dope.
Great.
That was dope.
Remember when Pete wasn't yelling at reporters? Remember that?
Oh, my
Gosh, that was
What
that
a
was
time to be alive.
good times, man. Good old days.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. What do they say? I wish you knew when you were in the good old days
Yes.
before they were actually gone.
Yeah. man.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks ago.
Oh,
That shit was fire.
That
week
shit was
1.
fire. Week 1 was fire.
Oh, week 1. Take me back.
Man.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Our offensive line was still bad week 1, but at least we won, and we were like, we can overlook that shit.
We did.
Right, you know?
We'll be
Boy,
all right.
did we.
We'll be all right.
We'll be all right. Well, boy, yeah,
Did we overlook
did we.
that.
Anyways, Raider Nation, appreciate everybody joining us tonight live for what we trust will be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. We promise we won't be sad sacks all night long. We know people jump in here to
Speak for yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but just
Murph promises.
well, that's true. But we'll have a little fun with it, man. We'll tell some
Yeah.
jokes, and we'll all swim in this misery that is Raider football together. We'll all do it together. But we
It's
will.
not like we don't know how.
That's exactly right. And I think it was Jordan Ford in the chat room already says, can we just get to T's and P's already? That was for those of you that forgot last year in the midst of our 10-game losing streak, we decided to introduce the T's and P's segment where we just reviewed tacos and pizza. And so, yeah, we probably will. I still think we're probably at least a couple weeks off of that. But hey, turn in a freaking dumpster fire against the Bears and the Colts, and you might get it. And so we'll see. But we're also headed into the Halloween season, so we got some fun stuff to talk about there. Comes to scary movies, and we're going to be doing a show, of course, from Michelle's Spooky Lounge, which will be cool. So we do have some good stuff coming up, regardless of the performance of your Las Vegas Raiders. But appreciate everybody that's in the chat room tonight. I'll leave to Swag Jeff to shout him out. But if you want to join the most amazing chat room in all of sports, especially Raider Nation, you can join us live each and every Wednesday night at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. We're also simulcasting to the Facebooks and the X and Twitch, and there's like one Twitch guy that, I think we got like 5 subscribers.
I love that guy.
Booming over there at the Twitch. But anyways, if you're over there at the Twitch and you want to see what people are talking about when it comes to Raiders Fan Radio and Raiders talk, you can just jump over there to the YouTube instead and watch the show there. And or if you just want to watch on the Twitter, then that's awesome too. We thank you for that very, very
We get
much.
a lot of views on the Twitter.
We actually get a crap ton over there.
We sure do.
I think people just kind of throw it on and have their phone in their stand as they're commuting home or doing whatever.
Absolutely.
And so we appreciate all of those of you very, very much. And also appreciate the folks outside of the video space, the folks that listen to the audio version of this podcast. There are quite a few of you as well. And so we just want to make sure we always recognize you and thank you for listening to Raiders Fan Radio. We are supported by the Believe Network. The Believe Network is the ones that support our audio podcast. And we are very proud members now of the Believe Network. I did this game being shit that it was. I did have a blast going on the Believe in Commanders show on Friday of last week. It was really fun.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I did that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went on with Scott Jackson and Anthony Armstrong. So Scott's a local DC sports guy on the radio there, and then Anthony Armstrong, of course, played for the Commanders back in the day. And so yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. They just to give you an idea of his time frame. Him and Compton just missed each other.
Oh,
so
okay.
Anthony was there, and then Compton came in right afterwards.
Interesting.
Or like within a year or two of each other.
Okay.
But it was funny, and shout those guys out. I'll give them respect, even though this game was a disaster for us. During the interview, like I hadn't heard anybody all year long, anybody Raidery talk about special teams outside of our kicker and punter and the guys that we normally talk about. And he said, Anthony called his shot, and he goes, so Murf, he goes, I know you're tied in with Raiders fans and you guys talk a lot about stuff. He goes, are any of you talking about the return game at all or any questions that you might have about your coverage? because I think this could be setting up for us to have a big game in the returns. And I'm like, that's a fair question. I'm like, no, I said, typically when we talk about special teams, we're talking about AJ Cole. We're talking about Daniel Carlson. I said, Dylan Laubie's doing a pretty decent job of returning the ball for us. I said, coverage hasn't been a concern for us at all.
Oof.
And then
First
it was
play of the game. I texted him right away. I'm like, well, the hell of a way to call your shot. And he goes, and he was sending back a bunch of laughing faces. And he's like, I'm glad to be right once in a while. I'm like, bro, you fucking nailed that.
Yeah,
the
Jeez,
one time
OP.
we talked, and that's the freaking first thing that came out of your mouth. I'm like, way to go there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Believe Network is fantastic. Great network of folks. And so I appreciate Believe supporting the show and the audio version of the podcast. All right. One last thing I do want to call out is that all the amazing support that you give us throughout the course of the night through Super Chats, any of those advertising partners that we have, all that stuff feeds our nonprofit, the One Nation Foundation. And today I mailed a check.
Hey, let's go.
Sent a check to the incredible Angela Bolitnikoff for $10,000 on your behalf, Raider Nation, based on your generosity and your contributions to this show. We cannot thank you guys enough. We cannot love you enough. And we make sure that Angela and anybody else, any of the other charitable organizations that we give to, knows that the money is coming 100% from you, which is Raider Nation, the supporters of Raiders Fan Radio. So again, all your super chats, any of that stuff goes into that pool for next year, where we're gonna do it all over again. And I would just ask you this: if you can't support the show monetarily, then please just hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit a thumbs up, share a retweet. I always feel dopey asking you guys for that stuff, but it supports the foundation. It's literally charity when you hit a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You're literally supporting charity when you hit a retweet or a subscription, or you buy into being a member, where, for $5 a month, you could become a member in the chat. All of that money goes to the One Nation Foundation, and we're supporting Raiders related charities. So thank you guys so very, very much. All right, without further ado, let me go ahead and turn it over to the man that adorns the back corner of I feel like it's been a minute since we've had my best friend and yours. He is Swag Jeff. What up,
Let's go, man! I'm fired up to be here. Not to talk about the Raiders, but I'm fired up to be here with my buddies right here. And and this is going to be good for us. I think this is going to be cathartic. We
need this.
We need this, man. Absolutely. And much respect to those of you that are in the building tonight. Yoshi with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Yoshi.
Yeah. It says. He goes, thank God, it's been a bad day and I need my therapy session. It's all better now. So, much respect. East Coast Raider says, enough of this sad sack shit. Pardon my French. We're Raiders. We're used to this shit. We're going 15-2, damn it. Just win, baby, with a $10 donation.
I love it.
Nice.
Absolutely there. And then Enrique Valdez with a $10 donation as well. And then Hooligan Nation gifted 5 memberships.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys.
He's just making it rain over here in the chat room. So so much respect to you guys. And then let's see who else we got in here. We've got
Brandon. And can I say something real quick on that? When you gift memberships, so it just picks them randomly.
Oh,
it does.
It says how many do you want to gift, and you just pick 5 or 10 or whatever, and then people just start randomly getting them then in the chat.
Neat.
So it's really cool. So it's not like hooligans pick
those,
you know what I mean? Going like this guy's cooler than that guy. It's ain't about that.
Right. Yeah.
You just randomly.
If you're in the chat, I think live.
Yeah, you got to be in the chat.
You got to be in the chat live, and you get that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. But Raider Rick is in there. Jason Hunter is in there. Martin, Paul, Jordan Ford, SoCal Sal. Of course, Hooligan is in there. Martin, Yoshi, Chronicles of the Black Hole is in there.
What's up, Daniel?
What's up, Daniel? Let's see here. Enrique Valdez is in there. Stick So Sick is in there. We got the whole crew, man. So much respect to all you guys. And hey, Murf, we don't do the show alone.
Hell no.
No, absolutely.
So we got it up around here.
We got to, man. We got to. So sitting across from me is the one and only, the lovely Michelle Swag.
What's up, Michelle?
Hi.
Ooh, your camera did something weird.
No,
what'd it do?
accidentally hit this, and then my chair went down, and then I tried to raise it up, and then I raised it too high, and so
you look like old school. Like this is like I don't know if you guys can see the monitor here.
No, the monitor's...
Is that better? I was trying to fix it, but I can't see me. So
That's okay. I'll fix your camera, but no, it's actually kind of a cool effect.
Okay.
It's very Halloweeny.
Oh,
it sure is. Oh, yeah. It's like
that.
purple and yellow and
I
stuff.
was at because my chair.
No,
did
like
drop,
your actual camera
I see
itself.
that.
Yeah, it's groovy. Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird.
Wow, that is.
Yeah, it's got some like retro thing going on over there, Michelle.
Well, as you can see, I'm wearing my shirt because I'm the only person that I can trust to do what they say they're going to do, because I can't trust the Raiders anymore. So
oh my gosh.
I'm glad to be back though, because I feel like it's been a while since the three of us have been.
It has.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
So, yeah. Under these circumstances, it makes me sad, but at least we're together.
That's
it.
That's right.
You're absolutely
and why?
right.
Because
And we're the three best friends that anybody could have. We're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends that anyone can have. And we'll never, ever, 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 ever leave each other.
That's right. Appreciate you being here, Michelle. Despite the weird filter that's going on, but it is. I'm telling you, it is kind of cool. Might have to just leave it. We'll just go. Hey,
Yeah, just leave it. It's
with the way this season is going, man, whatever
Why not?
happens, we'll just go with it, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, I appreciate everybody that's in the chat room tonight. I know we didn't originally plan on doing respect, but I do want to give a little bit of respect.
Okay.
I'll get here out of the gate. We got to do some respect. Listen, let me find those buttons. I don't even, it's been so long since we did respect even. All right, here we go.
Murf, Swaggy J, Nation, it's time for a little respect. You know, respect ain't bought, it ain't sold, it ain't demanded, it ain't negotiated, it's earned. And without blowing smoke or giving shameless plugs, we want to say salute and much respect to the following folks.
All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah. That was way too. I don't want to sound that happy right now.
No, we're not that chipper right now.
Yeah.
But
Jay Morse is in the building. Donates $5 to the One Nation Foundation. Says
you,
if
Jay.
the Raiders sign me for right tackle, I'll be able to donate more money. You guys are the best. Thank you, Jay. You're the best,
Jay.
my friend.
You sure are, man. Thank you, Jay, very, very much for that. We appreciate you, brother. Okay, so I do want to give respect because it's been going off in the chat room here already. And I want to give respect. This is funny, Michelle.
Okay.
I want to give respect to Vinny Bond Sr.
Oh, okay. Well.
Okay, because I know, you all got along a lot better this last time.
We did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, and honestly, and I can openly be critical because it's okay. There was a lot of softballs going towards the Raiders back when they first went to Vegas.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of like really, frankly, I don't want to call it weak reporting. I don't want to be that critical of someone doing their job, but it was not what we were used to. We didn't get the like people in the room that would push back or challenge what whoever the coach was or GM or whatever otherwise. It was just, and there was not a lot of follow-up questions. It was not a lot there was just no pressing. It was just very much like, I'm okay, you're okay. Like, let's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't, that's not good reporting because you don't drive stories or reaction or anything out of people. Well, today, Vinny Bond Sr. straight up pressed freaking Pete Carroll when it came to his press conference, asked him about the idea if Jackson Powers Johnson would kick into center. Pete responds with an absolutely not.
Oh.
And was like very firm about it. And I'm paraphrasing at this point, but Vinny.
You weren't paraphrasing that part, though.
That part, but Pete's, but Vinny pressed him, and he was like, well, because this combination of this line was these three guys from last year, and would there ever be a world where this would happen again? And he was like, no. And he's like, and he started getting pissed as Vinny kept pressing him on the stuff. But shout out Vinny, like, and much respect for doing that because of the idea that. Why not? Why is he so closed off to the idea of not only just moving JPJ back to center where he freaking thrived in college and did a pretty damn good job last year? So it's not an unreasonable premise or question to begin with, but then to be pressed into the idea that he's competing with Alex Kappa at guard. Didn't compete there last week because it was a short week to get him ready. Like they're acting like they're treating this guy with kid gloves, and it doesn't make any sense. So for Vinny to press the guy was very fair, and it shows you that clearly at least to this point, out of character for Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
He was very sensitive, I thought, overreactionary to a very fair question and proposition. To like act like that, I'm like, I took a little bit of the shine off of Pete Carroll to me. I'm like, I didn't love that, man. I didn't love seeing him react that way in week 3. And I can't help but think, and while I've numerously stated, Brennan Carroll is not solely responsibility for the offensive line. I get it that people want him fired and moved on from and influenced over or whatever. I get that. But I also have firm understanding that Joe Philbin is on this staff, and Joe Philbin formed his NFL career coaching offensive line. So it's not just solely on Brennan Carroll. There's an entire staff to be held responsible. You could add Chip Kelly into that mix. You could add the old man Pete into that mix. There's a lot of people responsible for it. So I think it's just low-hanging fruit to go, it's all Brennan Carroll's fault at the end. But that said, Pete's reaction sure does feed that whole idea of this is a dad protecting his son because he was so quickly dismissive of a very valid point. So, Jeff, that did not sit well with me. As much as I love Papa Pete and can feel endeared to him and all this kind of stuff, you start coupling adverse reactions of fair questions from reporters, coupling that with a losing record and dog shit performances, bruh, you're going to lose us real quick there, Pete.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, man. You know, I think his absolutely not, like, I kind of have like, you know, it like triggered me a little bit because of, you know, this whole, well, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it no, we're not going to look any other way. We did the my way shit with Josh McDaniels. Let's not go down that road. But I don't love the fact, the entire press conference that Pete did, I didn't care for any of it at all. He really seems like he's doing another thing like what Josh McDaniels did and stuff like that. And I'm not comparing the two because they're not, and don't hear what I'm not saying. But like, they're moving the goalposts on us because now they're starting to say like, well, you know, we still got work to do and it's going to take some time. You know, Pete Carroll, when he got hired, said, we're ready to win now. We've got the team. We're going to build this now. We're going to win a lot of football games now and all that stuff. But now they're saying, well, you know, we've still got some things we're working out and we're still, you know, and it's just like, okay, you know, we applauded you for this whole adults in the room and all that kind of stuff. And now he's moving like that adults in the room shit is going to get real stale and real old real quick if shit doesn't turn around like in a big way.
Yeah. Well, if this is a safe space, correct? If I'm being honest, I told the Raiders that I needed some time. So I didn't watch any press conferences. I didn't listen to a Raiders podcast. After that game, I sat in silence and contemplated why the hell we were seeing, it looks like a continuation of teams that we've seen. So I asked for a little time and space, and I did not watch I didn't watch a thing. I didn't listen to a sound, but I didn't listen to a thing. I've tried not to really think about the Raiders until this morning when I knew I had to prepare for the show. But just hearing that irritates the shit out of me because we were under the impression that we were dealing with people who had been there and done that, knew what they were doing. So to hear that there's like a defensiveness already, that's concerning because you weren't prepared for this. Like that's just very, that's concerning. And now I'm even more irritated.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and shout out to Silver and Black today, Scott and Mo. I was listening to them. And like this whole closed-minded thing that Pete's got over the offensive line right now really doesn't make any sense. You know, there's a lot of talk going around Raider Nation right now of, you know, should we have drafted Ashton Genty? Should we have done that at that, you know, was pick 6 the best spot for us to grab a running back when there were still other glaring needs that we had on this team right now? And I still do think that we made the right decision. We had the worst running game in the league, and we get a guy that's just an absolute rock star. Whether we had all the other pieces in place or not, we still want that guy on this roster. You're not going to let a guy like that pass you by. Yeah. But as far as like the second round goes, like no disrespect, Jack Besh, I like that kid, and I think think that kid is going to be a great slot receiver, and he's got vice grips for hands.
Yeah.
He's a really good player. But at the same time, like, should we have maybe grabbed an offensive lineman there?
Yeah.
You know, but instead
I can answer that, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yes, yeah,
well, there you go.
yeah.
But like we draft 2 guys in the 3rd round, you know, great, wonderful, fantastic. They've been inactive all 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, are we drafting guys in the 3rd round that aren't ready to, or they're not pro ready? Like, what are we doing here? Like, we need to open this thing up, like, completely. Let's not be shut off. Let's not say absolutely not to shit, because absolutely right now, your absolutelys ain't working out with a shit, bro.
Well, that's what I said on Silver and Black today with Scott, is I was like, when it came to the draft, and I know we're drifting a little bit off the subject, but it holds true, is that this idea that if it's Romo is mentioned on the Silver and Black today proper, there might be an evaluation of talent issue that we're dealing with, because if they thought that the offensive line was good enough to draft 2 developmental players in the 3rd round and Alex Kappa and we good, that's a major problem, because clearly that was them misreading what the level of talent is on this team. So that when we start looking at the draft in a whole, what was the point of the draft? Because I'm with you, Swag. You don't let Ashton Genty go by. Okay? You trade back a couple of times in the 2nd, and then you grab Jack Besh. Why? 2 catches in 3 games? Tell me how that makes sense. 2 developmental players on the offensive line that haven't seen a snap yet and are healthy scratches every week? How does that make sense? So I don't know. We got...
Everyone's saying we sound like we're talking through a soup can.
Oh my gosh. Oh geez. Here we go. Maybe that'll do it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We had some camera issues there. I was trying to do it discreetly, and so hopefully that's better. Let me know if that's any better. So anyways, it was I don't understand what the intention was to draft those 2 guys in the 3rd round, because if you're going to draft guys in the 3rd round, they should be playing. They shouldn't be sitting on the bench. They shouldn't be developmental. So if you draft, you know what I'm saying? Like it stops making sense to me, when clearly offensive line was one of the biggest needs and the most glaring issues that we had, Michelle, for this team. And so, like, where does it make sense? So again, then to bring it all the way back, full circle back to this Pete thing, for Vinny to press him on the offensive line, it's fair. Because the rest of us are just kind of looking around going like, what are we doing?
It's the biggest question right now. Like, watching football on Sunday was so crazy, because it looked like everyone on the planet's offensive line was better than the Raiders. It just was so glaringly terrible. And you draft a running back in the very first round, you then must be imagining that you have the offensive line to help him do what he needs to do.
100%.
And if you don't, then you should be drafting an offensive lineman. Like, I know it's like we're making it sound so simple, but it is. And for him to get defensive, though, tells me that it's true.
It's some self-doubt creeping in, huh?
Yeah.
That's when you get defensive, when you're insecure.
1,000%. And he went 0 to 100 defensive quick, like with no like talking it through or giving other explanations, just defensive.
That's what I thought, Jeff, and that's a great point, Michelle, because I thought, okay, you could say, well, you know, Vinny, whatever, not even call my name, but just be like, you know, it's a fair question. We feel confident in what we're doing in the direction with these guys. We have the best plans possible for JPJ. We're not sure exactly what we've got yet. We're still trying to figure some things out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, everyone's competing. That's what we do in this building. That everything's a competition with these guys. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is Dylan Parham not competing with somebody? That guy sucks. Like, he sucks on that left side. What the fuck is he doing in there? Like, for real. Like, when the ball gets snapped and you go up and you're looking around for someone to block, and freaking Hall of Famers are running by you because Bobby Wagner, Von Miller, like, what are we doing? Like, come on, Pete. So these are fair questions and fair points to be had. So to be immediately dismissive of it, that speaks of ego. It speaks of insecurity. Like, hey, guys, you know what? You're right. That's a great question. We know we've got a lot of improvement to do. We also want to stay invested to what the plan was prior to this point. We've got a lot of coaching and time invested into the current setup that we've got. We've got faith that that over time it will work out and we still might be a week or two away. We know that's not ideal. We know maybe that's not even what fans want to hear, but know that we're doing our best and are dedicated to getting the best combination of line out there on the field for you guys so we can bring home some wins to Allegiant Stadium and fire this home crowd up when we've got them on Sunday. That's what you want to hear. Not, right. No, absolutely not. We're not going to do that. We've already done what we're doing, and we're just going to go down this path. It just basically just told Vinny go fuck himself.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so
he told
lame.
Everybody to.
Everybody. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
so dumb.
No, I hear you. Well, and but like he had some of that sentiment that you were talking about of, well, it's going to take a little time and it's going to take a little of this and yeah, we're trying to figure stuff out and all that stuff. But like, so he's contradicting himself. Because at the top, he's going, absolutely not. No, we're not going to change this. This is what we plan on. This is what we do. This is, we feel like this is the best. JPJ, we're not sure about him yet. He hasn't hit anybody in 2 weeks. Well, you got plenty of tape on this guy, and he was the best college center 2 years ago.
Come on.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know that this guy is going to fit into our plan in some way, but now we're like, oh, now he's in competition with a shitty guy like Alex Kappa. Like, come on, man.
It's not like Alex Kappa's lighting it up or something.
Right.
No, hell no, he's not. No, he's doing the same kind of thing that Dylan Parham is. He's doing the same thing that DJ Glaze is over on the right-hand side. The guys don't know. They're clueless right now.
Which is coaching.
Because
it's lack of preparation.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because DJ Glaze last year did really well.
Yeah. I mean, relatively
well for a rookie.
Yeah, but even Colton doesn't look good. And that's the thing that and this is why this is such a hot topic for Raider Nation. And this is why I think that it's so disruptive to us as fans when we get dismissed, through the proxy of Vinny Von Senior asking these questions, is that these are the things that your entire fan base, Pete, besides the casuals that just show up because they like wearing silver and black. Outside of that, Pete, this is the questions that all of us have. Every single Raider fan on the planet has questions about trying to understand what the intention is with the offensive line. So it's very, very fair for these things to be presented. Otherwise, we wouldn't worry about it. But we are, because we desperately want our team to be good. And this is the last thing I'll say about it and turn over to you guys to close this segment out here.
This respect segment.
Yeah. It turned into a vent session, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, because this is the respect that they deserve.
That's 100%.
That's true.
That's true too. So Pete is up there in a silo. Okay. Pete is only responsible for the coaching career that he is having currently in silver and black. It's it. So he doesn't have an understanding, nor would I expect him to, of the context of which we as Raider fans, for a guy like me at 52 years old and have been rooting for this football team as long as I knew they were a thing, I've been a Raider fan. I don't know how many years that is, but my first memories of life are watching the silver and black on TV and being with my family. And so there's a long history, and especially as an adult, over the last 23 years, I have a running history of what this team looks like, okay? I don't expect for Pete to have that. All that said, when you do stuff like this, Pete Carroll, this is why it flies all over us. We've heard this before.
Yeah.
We've heard it's all on me before. We've heard it out of our quarterback. We've heard it out of our head coach. We've heard the defensive posturing. We've heard the ego positions. Oh, we're going to do it this way, and that's it. We're not going to do anything else. We've seen this, dude. So it drives us insane because we thought you were different. I thought you were different, Pete. I didn't think you were going to fall into the ego trap. I didn't think you were going to fall into the Josh McDaniels, Antonio Pierce, John Gruden, Lane Kiffin, Dennis Allen. I'll keep going. How long you want to go for? Art Shell 2.0. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have we been through this? Even Hugh Jackson, who started to turn the team around, declared himself king of the Raiders after Al Davis died because of his ego got the best of him. We've seen the ego plays before. We're over it. We're tired of it. The only guy that didn't have an ego play was Rich Bisaccia, and you sent his ass to Green Bay. So fucking makes us mad. It drives me insane that this team does the same shit year in, year out. And I'm reaching to a point, Michelle, apathy is starting to set in. Clearly I hadn't yet because I'm yelling at the freaking wall over here. So it clearly has apathy hadn't set in yet. But the opposite of hate is, or the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. Yeah. I love the Raiders. I don't love what the Las Vegas Raiders have been so far, and I'm quickly approaching indifference about the Las Vegas Raiders. And when you lose me, when you lose us, when you lose everybody in this chat room, good luck, Mark, getting us back. I'm just saying, shit's got to change. This is absolutely ridiculous, and it's all on Pete, and these comments freaking just please.
And I don't know a whole lot about how he does press conferences. I never paid attention when he was, Seattle's coach or whatever. I never. So I don't know how he interacts. I don't know. But you want your head coach to instill a level of confidence that we've got this under control. We understand the short falls that are happening, and we're taking care of it. Like, those are the things that you want to hear as a fan, but also too probably as a player. You want to hear that your coach has a plan. And it's because I'm reaching indifference. I'm so very close to indifference that it's not even funny, because it's exhausting trying to find reasons to love this team. I will always love this team. I love this team, but damn, it is. Why are we doing all the work? We're doing all the work to love the team, and what do we get out of it but misery and fucking sadness? And you're watching other teams play, and you're like, why can't we have that?
It looks like a different sport.
It looks like
it really does. It's a completely different league.
It looks like a different league, and you just want and like you said, from previous coaches, we know what it looks like when they don't have it under control. This just feels a little similar to that. And that's, no, it's too soon. This is the third, we're going into the fourth game. It's too damn soon.
It's too damn soon.
For that, it's too soon.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's spooky season. That's all I can say.
Amen, sister. Amen to that.
There you go. And I'm a scaredy cat, so ain't nothing good working out for me.
Just in the damn trenches right now.
I'm in the damn trenches right now, yeah. I got spooky season coming up. Fuck!
So I was like, can't we just watch Halloween Town?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, more hocus pocus over here. But no,
a fucking blender in
oh my gosh.
Oh, man,
oh my gosh. But yeah, no. And one thing you said, Michelle, is everyone's got a plan till you get punched in the mouth.
Dude.
You know what I mean? And it's clear that the plan that they had in place wasn't it. Holy cow. And now they're moving the goalposts and saying, well, it's going to this and it's going to that. And, we still got work to do here. And even on the defensive side of the ball, they were talking about that. He was giving high praise to, Eric Stokes, who I think has been a decent guy and stuff like that. But he's talking about Max and Kuntz and stuff like that. No, we've got to get them, gelling and all this kind of stuff. And it's going to take a little bit of time and all that. No, man, this defensive line was supposed to be our bread and butter.
That was the key to our defense.
This was the key to our defense. That's the reason why we didn't go out and spend $1 billion in free agency on secondary guys. We have these young guys. We got Darian Porter. We got Eric Stokes. We got Caillou Blue Kelly and all this stuff. That's why we don't have a veteran secondary guy on our team, because we had a solid freaking defensive line that was gonna, gonna
get to the quarterback.
Surely to goodness, Christian Wilkins is not the difference maker there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We've got Booker, Thomas Booker, and he's balling out. That dude is the best guy on our defensive line right now.
You aren't kidding.
He's the best guy on our defensive line right now, and
Chase
that's saying a lot because.
From behind, 30 yards downfield, and forced a fumble.
100%.
One of the best plays of the game.
It was.
It absolutely was. It absolutely was. So so I don't know, man. And I don't want to. We do need to move on, but but I will say that and move on from this respect segment that we're in. But no, I think guys like Max and stuff like that.
Respect by shitting on Pete for 36 minutes.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, no, and I think because you guys talked a lot about Max.
I dip my toe into that water.
You dipped your toe into there. I won't do it. I don't think they're going to make the same mistake twice. That'd be like trading away Khalil Mack. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think Mark will do it this time around. I think this guy's going to be a Raider for life,
At what point does he say, though?
That's true.
That I want to win, and I don't think I can
that
do
dude.
that
That
here.
dude's big. He's big mad right now. He should be. But also,
and that's all my point is that if I'm Max Crosby, and we get to not this year because and some people misheard what I said. I'm not trying to jettison Max Crosby from the Raiders this year. I don't want to jettison from the Raiders at all. Yeah. I want him to be a lifetime Raider. He's the most Raidery Raider we've had since probably Charles Woodson. I love
that's it.
I love Max Crosby. I don't want him to be anywhere else. Mm-mm. But if he's in the prime of his career, heading into the latter stage of the prime of his career, and the team is regressing, does he want to be here? Yeah. Probably not. Well, he's not going to force a trade. I don't think that would happen. And it doesn't make sense for the Raiders this year anyways because of all the dead cap money that they would have in 2025. But in 2026, that looks different. So in 2026, if you get to, Khalil Mack was coming off a rookie contract, Jeff. That's the difference. Yeah. Khalil Mack was early on in his career.
That's true.
When he left. Max Crosby would be approaching the latter stages of his career. Not that he won't have a million more good years left. So this isn't me saying he'd be on the downside of it, but it's the old Bill Belichick Patriots thing. People get all weird about talking about the Patriots, but what was one of the things that he did? He would let players go at their peak value. Richard Seymour, anybody? So that's what he would do. And so if we get to the trade deadline next year and the Raiders are still a dumpster fire, not only would it make sense for the team to acquire some draft capital, I'll bet you Max would probably be thankful. Yeah, trade me to go to Detroit so I could play opposite of Aiden Hutchinson and eat quarterbacks 17 times a year. You know what I'm saying? It probably wouldn't be that far out. And so I'm not wishing for this. I'm not asking for this. I'm not saying this is something that should happen. I hope to God that the Raiders turn this thing around tomorrow and win a game against the Chicago Bears and start a winning streak. I hope that this is an asinine point that I've made in relatively short form. But if it's not, and it's the same thing by this time next year, you got to do what's best for the team, man. You got to do what's best for the team.
It can't be the same. It cannot be the same. Please, it can't be the same.
You wouldn't think so.
Jeez,
yeah.
God.
And I'm looking at your face over there. You're heartbroken over there. I can see it on your face.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite player.
I know.
Yeah.
He's my guy, man. But it's also
he's not bigger than the Shield.
He's not bigger than the Shield. But and I hear your points that you're saying. I really do. But at the same, yes, he might welcome it or, whatever, if that time were to ever come. But dude, get some sacks during the game other than the last 5 minutes of the game. I'm frustrated at the guy too. He's my favorite guy, but I'm kind of pissed off at him right now because he talks, you see him in the post-game interviews and he's all mad and he's this and we suck on all three phases of the game, whatever. But that defensive phase starts with you, bro.
Yeah.
It starts and stops with him.
It starts and stops with you, and that's I don't know, man. Make a play. We talked about it a lot, and you've talked about it a lot as well. That a lot of these other guys are getting double teams and all this kind of stuff as well, and they still make plays.
Right.
Max, I understand that you're seeing 2, sometimes 3 guys, but you still got to make a play. You're supposed to be one of the NFL's elite, right? You got to make the plays anyway.
And that's where so I was saying that Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Trey Hendrickson, right? TJ Watt. You start looking at all the elite edge defenders around the league, Michelle. Yeah. They get just as much of attention as Max Crosby does. And this is I don't want to turn this into Murf beating up on Max Crosby. That's not what my intention is.
No, sure.
My intention is to illustrate a conversation that I think is fair for what's best for the Raiders as a whole. That's all my question is. This is not vilifying him. I'm not like sitting here going like, he sucks. No, he doesn't. He's a superstar, and I'm very thankful he's on our football team and hope he is forever. Yeah. But is there a fair conversation to be had that for the betterment of the Raiders, for if it continues to go, big if, continues to go this way, and he's not producing it the same that these other guys are, and the Raiders are continuing to lose, is it a fair question for him and the Raiders to part ways? And for people that are in the chat room saying, well, we can't trust the draft capital because of Khalil Mack. We can't trust the draft because of what happened this last year in the draft. We got, 11 draft picks, 4 of them are inactive, 2 of them aren't on the team. One of them barely steps in. Ashton Genty's getting destroyed. Those are fair points, but you can't operate based on history. You got to operate on what the future could be, and you got to trust and hope that the Raiders, when it came to exercising that draft capital, would do the right thing and actually have productivity from it, unlike the Khalil Mack trade. So, you can't just live in that past of negativity. But all that said, Michelle, I'm going to shut up because please and take it and just wherever you want to go with any of that. But I think they're just fair questions to ask.
Absolutely. They're fair questions to ask, and it's a fair question to ask Max Crosby. Yeah, does he want to be a Raider forever? I'm sure he does. But does he also want to win a Super Bowl? Absolutely he does. And if in a year down the road or, however long down the road, if the Raiders are still shitting the bed, it's wrong for the Raiders to try to keep him and just keep doing the same thing over and over again and wasting his best years. And I'm not saying I wanted to be a Raider forever, but at what point does he say, listen, I love this team, but y'all haven't done anything that you said you were going to do to help me help this team get to a Super Bowl. So,
and you're exactly right, Michelle, and you made a great point there, because I think during this last offseason, because he was a big Antonio Pierce guy, he was all in on AP. And, when people asked him questions during this offseason of, well, what are you going to do, Max? Are you going to stick around? Are you going to whatever? And he kind of left it up in the air and was like, well, I'm just going to see what the direction of the team is.
Yeah.
I want to hear, I want to know
what already kind of led to this idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
And then when Pete came in and brought this message and this rah-rah and this, this, hey, we're going to, knock some skulls in. We're going to win a lot of football games. We're going to do whatever. Max was bought in, but how many more times is Max going to get bought in before he's just like, fuck, same story,
Fool
different,
me once, or whatever the hell that thing is.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, right. So I don't know.
All right, I'm going to get off of it. Yeah. I respect the chat, and there people are like, all right, give it up, guys. All right. So, it's just a question, man. I think it's a fair conversation to have. And listen, it's just, we talk about the Raiders that are, not the Raiders that aren't, but I mean, how much do we really want to talk about the Raiders? Oh, you want to talk about the Commanders game? Again? I just, it's hard for me to just rehash, you want to talk about Trey Tucker having, a big game. Even that is tainted to me. Trey Tucker had an amazing game. That young man had to get himself open. He had to catch the ball. He had to run. He had to score. Yeah. And he did. And he had a big game. And I respect that. I respect the fact that Geno had to throw him the football. But at the same time, a lot of those were broken coverages. They were lapses on the defense on the Commanders. It wasn't like there was some catches over the middle that were very good plays on Tucker, but those big yards and those big plays, they came on the freaking Commanders blowing it. So it's even the one big thing in this game where I'm like, oh my gosh, that was awesome on Trey Tucker. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of wide receivers that would have done that. And that's just, again, I'm really trying not to shit on the Raiders here, guys. And I promise after this next break, we'll get in the lighter side to the dark side. We're just going to the journey of the dark side. We'll just make light of it. But it really is, Michelle. It's even the good things, they're kind of tainted in a way to where it's like, oh, Geno got better. Yeah, but he got sacked 5 freaking times.
Jeez, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the bottom line is...
Please, bottom line is, and then take us to break,
The
Jeff.
Raiders should have won a game that they should have won, and that's their problem. They can never win the games that they should be winning. And then when they get their asses kicked by teams that are going to kick their asses, they're so far in the hole. There's no, like, they're never going to hit my 13-4 because they couldn't they couldn't beat Mariota. Like, you made him look good. Like, the defense, they're so good at making, he's not a mediocre quarterback, but, like,
backup quarterback.
He's a backup quarterback. They make them look elite, and I don't understand it, but they have to win the games that are winnable. That was a winnable game, and it didn't look winnable from the jump.
From the opening kickoff.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
Goes down, and Max Crosby,
yes, you did.
who
Even he
forced a
sounded
fumble
sad.
last week.
You're listening to on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
All right, so let's move on from that. So I have some exciting news because I've done my research and I know what I'm betting on in FanDuel this week.
Ooh, let's talk about FanDuel.
Yeah. So we've heard the press conferences, we've heard all this. The Raiders are going to get right this week.
Okay,
I have it in my head that they're going to get right because
From
Vegas
your
has
lips to God's ears. My
there
man.
you go, because the Raiders are favored in this game against the Bears.
Stop it.
Which is absolutely
Wait.
insanity. We are favored at home by 1.5 at the Bears at a -104. The over-under this week is 47.5. I still like the unders on all these bets because until I see the Raiders score more than we actually eclipsed 20 points this game this week.
Right?
But some of it was junk time and all that stuff. I want to see him lay a 30 burger on somebody. I want to see some points getting scored. But so I'm still going to bet the under. But if you like parlays, which I do because that's where you make all your money, that is I think Geno's going to have a big game. So they got Geno over under right now is at 252.5. And I think he's going to go over because our O-line is still our O-line.
Because
because of the wonderful things he does.
We're up to see the Geno.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
If we only had a brain.
Oh, Michelle.
Pete Carroll kind of looks like the Scarecrow.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh my God!
We need to get our offensive linemen some heart.
Hey, there you go. And so who would be the coward?
I was
Josh
going to be
McDaniels.
mean. Okay, there
Nice.
you go.
Nice. Okay. But Geno's at 252. I'd like the over right there at -114 because we can't run the ball. Because our offensive line is still our offensive line.
What? That's a good call, dude.
Bet heavy on Geno because we're going to have to throw the ball until the offensive line can figure this shit out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All
so,
right.
yeah.
Dig it, man.
Yep. So there you
So
go.
what are the lines? Like, so the Raiders are favored. What'd you say? What was the
point and a half and -104.
Point and a half and -104. And then what's the money line? So if we're, the -104 is the money line.
-104 is the money line.
Okay. Gosh, man, I swear I lose so much money betting on the Raiders.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but including this last week. I might be in on the Geno thing now.
Yeah, parlay it, man.
That's a good one. Oh, ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Parlay it.
Oh.
Yeah, we love a parlay around here.
So so we're -1.5 and then Geno on yards.
Yeah.
What if we beat the Bears and get back to 2-2?
We should beat the Bears.
And then we got the Colts on deck.
That's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough. The Colts are no joke, man. Shane Steichen can coach an offense, man.
Oh, my gosh. Friggin' Danny Dimes has turned into friggin' classic Peyton.
Yeah.
Like, that dude is looking money.
Think about how good Gardner Minshew looked in that offense.
That's
and
true,
Danny
man.
Dimes looks good in that offense.
That's true.
That's going to be a tough one for us. But we got to get them. This is what your point, though, Michelle. These are one of those games. And here's the other, and this is, I promise I'm not going to get all fiery again and get all mad in my feelings about the Raiders. There's already reports it's going to be a 50-50 split at Allegiant Stadium.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's going to be half Chicago Bears fans, so it's no home field advantage. And Raider, I talked about it earlier about you're going to lose those fans quick. But this is one of those games that it should be a get-right game. It should be a get-back on track game for the Raiders.
Absolutely.
I know the Bears won this last week, Michelle, but they're not like... I'm just saying it should be at a minimum a very competitive football game. But we thought that this last week too, that it should be a very competitive football game. So,
and it might actually work out good for us because we haven't been able to get a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback. And a guy like Caleb Williams, When he gets pressure is when he thrives. No, that's when he thrives. When he gets out of the pocket and starts scrambling and stuff, when he's off schedule, that's when he makes these elite, crazy plays. But if he doesn't have any pressure on him, then he actually has to make decisions in the friggin' pocket, and he can't do it. So Max, take the week off like you did last week.
Shots fired.
Wow.
Ooh, shots fired. All right. Shout out FanDuel there.
Hey, get the FanDuel app. What are you doing? Get the app.
Yeah,
it's super easy to use. It's quick. All that stuff, man. It's great. It's the best. It's the best sports betting that sports betting has to offer.
That's right.
The end.
Shout out FanDuel. Thank you,
Shout out FanDuel. Yep, absolutely.
Podcasting and YouTube, the final frontier. These are the episodes of Raiders Fan Radio. Its never-ending quest to bring you the adventures of the Las Vegas Raiders. Its mission to raise money for the One Nation Foundation and to win over new fans. To support the takeover of opposing stadiums and to continue its lighter side journey into the dark side.
All right, Raider Nation. So each and every week here at the top of the show, at an hour in, here at the top of the show, we take our episode number related to something significant within Raider Nation or Raider history. And this episode is 385, and I got a really good one.
Okay,
I got a really good one. So we're taking it back to January 22nd, 1984.
Oh,
come on,
Black Sunday,
Black Sunday, man. Super Bowl 18. Marcus Allen has one of the greatest performances in Super Bowl history.
I already know where you're going with this.
Leading the Raiders to a 38-9 rout of Washington for the game. Allen had 191 yards on the ground, including his iconic running with the night 74-yard touchdown. In that game, which garnered Allen Super Bowl MVP honors, the Raiders had a total of 385 yards.
Nicely done, Jeff.
Nice.
Love it.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than sixth-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
All right, before we get to your calls, I want to tell you about the good folks at ZipRecruiter. We appreciate ZipRecruiter. A lot of people say that, Murf, you need a producer. You're darn right I do. But I don't want to sift through all the resumes. I don't want to wait for all the applicants. I don't want to have to do all the legwork when it comes to finding a producer. Well, the future of hiring looks much brighter because ZipRecruiter's latest tools and audio features and tools and features help speed up the right people for your roles. So you save valuable time. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. With ZipRecruiter's new advances, you can easily find and connect with qualified candidates in minutes. There are over 320,000 new resumes are added to ZipRecruiter monthly, which means you can reach more potential hires and fill roles sooner. So use ZipRecruiter and save time on hiring. 4 out of 5 employers who trust and post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So when it's time for a producer, post on ZipRecruiter within a day. We're going to have somebody here. Wow. So just remember that ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire.
Woo! 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 Hey, Raider Nation, you got your old Uncle Mosh here with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murf would say it,
909-345-3346.
How about emailing me? You want to email me? Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. The Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan Radio. Insta something. Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. The tiki-tiki-taki-talk. TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, If that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Good.
Need some refreshment? Sip Real. At HTO, you can dive into dozens of flavors of real and real refreshing iced tea. Mix and match your faves or grab a gallon to go. HTO, real tea, real refreshing.
All right, here we go, Raider Nation. We appreciate you all very, very much. We were
Nothing wrong with spending time on the front end.
Well, that's why. Hey.
Zing.
Hey. But yeah, we'll do this. I'll tell you what. In all I have so many jokes,
Right.
and in the interest of mixed company, I'm not going to throw them out there. I'm not, we're just not going to do it. Yeah. But anyways, we were going to do our schedule revisit. I'll tell you what, this makes more sense anyways.
Okay.
Let's do it next week.
Okay.
Let's see if we turn in another thing like we did against the Bears. Okay. If we see against the Commanders, if we see another week of inadequate offensive line play, can't run the football effectively, defense not getting to the quarterback, secondary giving up big play, whatever those things are that we saw, the special teams, you know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of things that we could cite. If we see another week of that against, and frankly, should be an inferior opponent, according to FanDuel, an underdog, well, then we'll do that schedule revisit. But if we're 2-2, then let's keep it positive. Okay. I think we got all of our negativity out over these first 3 weeks. So I don't want to just sit here and sad sack over what the schedule will be. We'll take a very fresh look at it next week. You guys agree?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Let's do that because if we're 1-3, you can kiss the playoffs goodbye.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, I think we could fairly sad sack and then revisit the schedule. But until then, if 500 is on the board still, like, let's not get over our skis and let's not get all crazy. I know we're all feeling a certain kind of way, but already feeling better. And you know what? The best way to really feel better is to check in with the Sea of Fans mailbag.
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it because more of you and less of us is a good thing. So let's check in with what you all had to say this week.
Need some refreshment?
Whoops.
Sip Real.
My bad.
There he is, fading, looking.
Shout out HTO.
The T of Fans.
All right, we appreciate you, Raider Nation, so very, very much. Let's see. Sticks So Sick in there says, when's calls? Now. We appreciate not only Sticks So Sick, but Jay Harris is in there. Ron the Mater is in there. Trinidad is in there. Frankie, what's up, Frankie? Jordan Ford is in there. Paul Edgerton is in there. Kevin the Raider Nerd. Trinidad. Al's Ghost. Let's see. Johnny Ramirez is in there. Who am I missing? Chronicles of the Black Hole. Our buddy Daniel is in there. We appreciate James Farrell in there. So many, my 2 cents. So many great Raider fans in there. We appreciate you all so very, very much. Appreciate you joining us for this episode number 385 of Raiders Fan Radio. Appreciate you enduring all of our negativity early on. Now we're going to get into your negativity. Enough of ours. Let's listen to yours. Right. But appreciate you very much. And you can contact this show a multitude of ways too.
Rays of happiness, please.
Oh, just shine some fresh Vegas sunshine down upon our face and see the clouds part. Like just Michelle and the angels are singing.
That's what we want.
And they're singing. And there's a big W behind them.
Oh, now we're talking.
You know what I mean? As we beat the Chicago Bears.
Oh, nice.
That would be beautiful.
We better beat the Bears.
And until then, let's hear from you in the Sea of Fans mailbag. So you can join us a multitude of ways. You can join in the
And I'm sure this will be a positive Sea of Fans mailbag.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, like, enough of our negativity. Let's get to yours. Yeah, so let's get to the emails and voicemails. And you can join the chat at any time by jumping in at Raiders. Nope. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. You can join us each and every Wednesday night at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, or you can email the show, and you can email the show at show.
Yes.
That is S H O W.
Nice.
At RaidersFanRadio.com.
That was too fast.
That was
pretty quick.
That was plenty.
It's too fast for Kevin. He didn't have time to write. Kevin didn't have time to write that down.
Kevin is the only one, or is not the only one, that doesn't appreciate the humor behind my bit. I went back and watched a bunch of Andy Kaufman stuff the other day. I was showing Valerie. I'm like, he's just genius. Just make it uncomfortable, and then people start laughing, and then they stop laughing, but then they start laughing again. So for you, Kevin, S HOW at RaidersFanRadio.com, or you can call the show at 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. And if you leave a message 3 or more times, you can become the next made man or made maiden here at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if we read your email an indefinite amount of times, you can become a made man or made maiden. And Michelle has the honor of reading your emails tonight. And Michelle, who do we got?
First, we have James Williams. Good morning. Well, there it was. The one game per year where the Raiders completely embarrass themselves. This happens every year. I'm not going through every game for evidence. Each of you knows what I'm talking about. Thing is, Pete should have known this was coming the moment it was announced that Daniels was injured. This was never a win now team, and I will never understand why Pete said he is going to win now. My biggest complaint about the organization is that for a better part of a decade, they didn't take the draft seriously. Also, the Raiders are always missing one key ingredient for success. In the 2025 season, that ingredient is the offensive line. In the 2021 draft, the Raiders selected Alex Leatherwood over Reach. 6 picks later, the Vikings selected Christian Darrisaw. We all know who is still in the league and starting. And then he sent a second email and said, I know this is my second email, but Pete can fix this, and I'm sure it's not going to happen within this season. Unless JPJ is hurt, there better not be a snap where he's not on the field. It's time to get Caleb Rogers out there. The offensive line is trash. Why not let him get experience? Also, the Raiders have a Corvette in the backfield this offseason. They better invest heavily into the offensive line. He will get at least 1,500 yards with a good line. No excuses. That was James Williams.
Nice, James.
Do you know where the curse button is, or should I just bleep it myself?
I mean, whatever you want to do.
Because we have Daniel Mangus.
Oh, okay.
Dear RFR, what the?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, jeez.
Bleep.
Yeah, you do it.
I thought we were supposed to have adults in the room. That was awful football on Sunday. And now thank you, Raiders, for relieving me of the burden of expectations. We effing suck. That was Daniel Mangus. Thank you, Daniel.
He's not wrong.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, T-Hum he sent an email. I'm going to read it. I don't know if I'm supposed to read it.
Oh, okay.
He called into the show, but the call cut off midway through, so he had to call again. Yeet the Bears back to Chicago, T-Hum.
There you go.
I don't know if that was for somebody or for everybody, but everybody got it. So
absolutely.
Okay. Then Paul. We have Paul. Evening, everyone. I hope you're all well and a little calmer today than Sunday. Emotions have gone from hope to despair in Raider Nation. From the moment Deebo Samuel ran that kickoff return back on Sunday, it was like letting the air out of a party balloon. The question it leaves us with again is why lose again in such abject fashion? I believe there are 2 reasons why we feel so down right now. Reason 1, we've looked unprepared and lifeless the last 2 weeks. Other teams look in control of what they're doing, and we don't. They all seem to be able to execute their plans. They look well-drilled, well-coached, and competitive. We look exactly the opposite, and it's soul-destroying. Questions are already being asked about the OC and special teams staff. And even though it's only week 3, I can understand because of the manner of the last 2 defeats. Even at this early stage, the coaching has to be looked at. I've never seen an NFL team tackle as badly as we do.
Come on. Oh, we didn't even talk about that.
No,
Sure
didn't.
And those were our best, some of our best tacklers, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
brutal.
bad. It looks like we're trialing a a new non-contact version of the sport. They had all preseason to work on the O-line, and they still don't know who 4 of the best 5 are. Ashton Jeanty is being thrown to the wolves because of our poor protection, and Geno Smith is starting to look as scared as DC was at times, and it's just launching the ball downfield as if he's Daryl LaMonica. We have 4 more games to the bye week, and right now we're looking like 2-5 at best, so something has to turn around, and quickly. I'm so sick of seeing the basics not being done. The O-line was trash last year, and nothing was done to strengthen it, so it's no surprise that it's looking worse now, and the defense can't get any pressure on a quarterback. Performances like week 2 and 3 cannot be tolerated. We still believe in you, coach, but a few more performances like this, and the belief will disappear quickly. We've been here too many times to see us going down without a fight. So for the love of God, find a handbrake and give us something to cheer for. And finally, reason 2. As a fan base, we have to start being more realistic and honest at the beginning of the season. We need to start being more objective. Think with our heads, not our hearts. And I include myself in this 100%. We need to stop with the season predictions and listen more to Scott and Mo because we build ourselves up far too much, and it's driving us all to an early grave with frustration and disappointment. The Bears next. Watch them turn into the 1985 version for 1 week only. So if we lose Sunday and if your head explodes with dark foreboding too, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship the Royal Scribe, Paul Edgerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Polly Award winner 2019-2022, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, Made Man of the Year 2024, RFR Maverick Award winner 2025, BRT Scissor Scorekeeper, Proud Made Man, five times 5, winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Attaboy,
nice.
Paul, your name Paul?
Hello?
Paul.
Hello?
Paul.
I met him with
Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
Darn right you are, Paul. And I love the dark side of the moon sneak in there, man. That was cool. But yeah, I think he makes as always, man, Paul makes such incredibly valid points there. And so we appreciate you, Paul, and all the great emailers that emailed the show tonight. Thank you also very, very much for that. All right, we're going to get into your voicemails. Now, before we do, though, I'm going to hit you with a couple. People are asking us, like, you want to talk about some stuff that's like current, not just broad overview stuff that we were bitching about earlier. This is the reality of it, and this is the things that we're dealing with when it comes to the Raiders. The Raiders rank 30th in yards per carry. That is 3.06. They're tied for the second most sacks allowed at 12. It makes you wonder why Brendan Carroll was the number 1 option when it came to finding an offensive line coach, of course. But when you look at those numbers, they're damning, and that's not going to lead to success in the NFL. What that equates to in the running game is Ashton Jeanty has now been hit at or behind the line of scrimmage on 57%. That's 27 of 47 rushing attempts for the Raiders this season. He was hit at or behind the line of scrimmage on 11 of his 17 rushes versus Washington.
Oh my gosh.
And so anybody that's critical of Ashton Jeanty, like, stop. Like, you gotta
stop that.
You gotta stop that. You gotta get the kid a fair shake before we can honestly evaluate him as a talent in the NFL. I mean, it's just that's the bottom line. And I think, too, that in order to get Ashton Jeanty going, we're going to have to do it this week. It starts with Chip Kelly getting him in space, Jeff. It starts with, you guys have heard me say a million times, I don't love plays that develop behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. I don't love draw plays out of the shotgun. I don't love bubble screens. I don't love that stuff. I don't love toss plays. Used to drive me nuts when they did with Marshawn. It would be like 3rd and 2, and they toss it to him. You're making him run 9 yards to get a first down. Like, instead of just powering him up in there in between the guards and just getting it. You know what I mean? He's nicknamed Beast Mode for a reason. Remember, he'll run through an MRFer's face? Remember that?
Yes,
Anyways. So the whole idea, though, but there is creative ways to get players in space. Mm-hmm. And if the offensive line is going to continue to struggle, and there's been zero evidence based on the comments today that we're going to do anything different in the game going up against the Commanders than what we did, going up against the Bears than what we did in the Commanders, then the onus then becomes on Chip Kelly. I get it that your offense is limited and has been limited because of the weak offensive line play, but it is imperative that you take your number one, if not number two weapon on offense and get him in space because that's where he thrives. Yeah. You get him one-on-one with a DB, Jeff, he will truck said DB.
Right.
He will probably juke said linebacker. Like he's a matchup nightmare for people when he gets in space. So whatever it looks like, Chip Kelly, get the guy out in space. It's not that hard of a concept. And you're a guy that built an entire career in the NFL and collegiately on innovating offense. This is not hard. Listen, I know I'm a knucklehead fan appealing to my best friends in a chat room there. But this is not rocket science. Get Ashton Jeanty in space and let that man work. And then when they start committing to the outside, start committing outside the tackles, then guess what? Then you power him up the middle. Then all of a sudden Brock Bowers can get loose, whether he's hurt or not. Like there are dimensions to this thing, but if you don't do something different and innovate and try to take advantage of the talent and what your talent does well, then we're just going to get the same shit over and over again.
100%. No, I couldn't agree more, and put this guy in a position to catch the ball out of the backfield.
Come on, dude.
Catch the ball out of the backfield.
Preach.
Let's not, no disrespect, Dylan Lowby. Don't put that dude in third down passing plays.
Gosh.
Let's not run Dylan Lowby 2 times up the middle on 3rd and 4th and 1 and get stuffed both times. Like we drafted this guy at 6 to be a 3-down back. Get this guy the ball all the time. Yeah. All the time. And if it's not working up the middle, like you said, toss it outside. If that's not working, do a screen. If that doesn't work, have him run a little slant. Have him run a go route. Have him do something
wheel, something
man. Yeah. Get him the ball. Like give this guy an opportunity to make plays. And if you can't, then Chip, that's on you, bro.
That's on Chip. Yeah. I agree. If now we know what we've got, and so with that, at this point, if it doesn't get any better, that's on Chip. That's on coaching. Like you can pull the offensive line excuse for 3 weeks. And I get it. Like, okay, like your plan going in, well, you had a plan, then you got punched in the nose. And Mike Tyson always says, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Well, you got punched in the face 3 weeks in a row. Now, what the hell are you going to do about it? You know what you've got now at this point. So now it's time to innovate. There's this whole thing about you being heralded as this offensive innovator, and he has been. Now prove it. Now prove what? Let's prove that title. You know what I mean? Like it's past time for him to be able to do that, Michelle. Like we've got to get some innovation on this offense. And it's like Jeff Murphy always says, like once you start one thing, you find the thing that you can be successful at, and then you keep doing that. Now the defense has to account for it, and other things open up. And so when you get that run game going and you get that secondary and they're beginning to press the line of scrimmage, they're watching the edges, they're doing those kinds of things. Now all of a sudden, that's when Trey Tucker, Dante Thornton, that's when those guys, you can genuinely take advantage of their speed and their breakaway ability down the field. Then you're not having to depend on busted coverages. Now these guys are going to get open on their own because they're one-on-one, and we know Gino will trust them with a one-on-one ball. You get Brock Bowers working underneath. Like it's whatever. Like there's a million different things. But it starts with that, and it's going to be dependent on Chip Kelly's play calling this week. He's got to innovate.
Yeah, because now I want to punch him in the face. Like, so, yeah, I mean, you guys said it all. It just is frustrating, though, because everything that both of y'all just said, why aren't they doing it? Like, like what? Quit trying to be cute.
Come on.
Quit trying to do cute things. Just play football. Like, I'm so frustrated. It's too soon for me to be this frustrated. It just really is.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Well, for sure. And you said, Jeff, and I think another very valuable, if people want us to talk about the game that just happened, here you go. Here's another point. You said it. Why is Dylan Lowby in there on third down? Oh my
gosh.
Like what? He got wrecked by Bobby Wagner. Did not any of you...
2 times.
Did not anybody on the coaching staff recognize that if you've got Dylan Lowby back there on pass pro and you run a Hall of Fame linebacker like Bobby Wagner at him, he's going to get his freaking lunch eaten. It's not going to work. So don't put your player in an unfavorable matchup. Put Zeus White back there.
How about you activate friggin' Mostert? What is that guy even here for?
There's another thing. What's the point of having a 33-year-old running back occupy a roster spot when he's inactive every week? These are the things that are driving us nuts. It doesn't make any sense. There's no world where you can tell me okay, this 33-year-old guy back here that actually is pretty damn good on third down.
Yeah.
He had 17 touchdowns 2 years ago.
Inactivate Dylan Lowby and put Mostert back there. We know Mostert isn't going to be an absolute failure and listen, I like Dylan Lowby. This is not me trying to punk Dylan Lowby, but that's not what he does well. Yeah. Why are these players getting put in positions to do things that they don't do well?
It's the poor decision making. Feels like a continuation of the season before and the season before and the season before, and that's the frustrating part. Because I feel like we're literally just having the same conversation we had last season.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's supposed to be different.
It's Groundhog Day.
They were so
yeah.
It's Groundhog
real.
Day. It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some of these calls. All right, once again, Raider Nation, we appreciate you. You can call the show at 909-345-3346. Oh, wait. Oh, I did have one audio bite I wanted to play. Oh. This is so funny. Okay, here we go. You want to talk about bringing up old shit? Here's Pete and Gino this week.
So I got to do a better job. I really, it's all three phases, so it's me.
But Pete Carroll said earlier he took the blame for not.
No, I'll take the blame for it. Coach wasn't out there playing. He didn't make any plays out there. It was, I was out there quarterbacking, and I could have done a better job.
Well, I've got to do a better job making sure I manage our return.
If anything, point the finger at me.
So I'm taking this one, and I'm disappointed in myself.
I didn't do enough today. I didn't get us there, and you can put it on me, not Coach.
Did you see this coming at all?
No. If I'd have known that, I'd have done something.
I wish you'd have thrown Derek in there, just saying the same thing.
Right.
At the very end, it's on me, guys. It's on me.
But this is like what I was talking about at the top of the show, to go full circle here right before we get to your calls. This is the kind of stuff I was talking about. Yeah. We've heard this.
Yes.
So it's not Gino's fault. This is the first time he's ever been in a Raider uniform.
Yeah.
It's not Pete's fault. It's the first time he's ever been. I get the sentiment, but yeah. We know it's all on you. We've heard it before.
No, it is on you.
And it is on you.
It's literally on you.
We're not taking snaps.
We weren't telling you to put it on us.
It ain't on me.
It is on you.
It ain't on me.
Yeah.
Who else would it be on there, Coach?
How funny would that be? Pete Carroll goes to the microphone and goes, we got to be better this week. It's on Swag, Jeff.
It's on Swag this week.
It's like that. And I'll tell us one joke, then we'll start playing the calls. It was like, it was a comedian one time. He used to say, he'd go like, he goes, everybody likes at the end of a sporting event, when you win a Super Bowl, you win something big, he goes, they all thank God. And he goes, and that's great. He goes, but just once, I want to hear a guy go up there and go, we were going to win the game until Jesus made me fumble.
Jeez. It's on him.
It's on him.
Oh, my gosh.
Somebody else's fault. All right, here we go. Let's get to these calls. First up, I've got Jay in St. Louis.
Murf, Swaggo, Shell. It's your boy Jay from St. Louis. I'm sure the only one of you that has a half chode right now is Swaggo, because he got to see Marcus Mariota play like
Okay.
During the show last week, I was really nervous about this game. The game
that was pretty damn funny.
Never can. And I'm just fucking over it. This is why I said, I'll keep saying it. I might even drop, but this is a 7-9 win team max. And I don't remember who said it in the chat last night on Murf's chat during the post-game show, but we were talking about nepotism, Pete Carroll's son being the O-line coach, and the guy said, well, you could either fire your son and be embarrassed, or keep your son and you both get fired because it's not getting better.
Oh, good call.
I don't know. That O-line is trash. Special teams playing like fucking trash. Defense gave up a fucking 60-yard rushing touchdown. They didn't have their best offensive player, their best running back, a fuckload of other things. What else do you need to win the fucking game? Like I don't get it. Like, this is a shit team. Like, let's be honest. This is a shit team. This is why we promised ourselves last year we weren't going to get all hyped and say playoffs until we saw it happen. And I hate to be an I told you so, but I told you so.
You did.
Anyway, I can't wait for the show. Have a good week.
Whoops. Where's the hairline? There it is.
There it is. There you go, Jay.
Jay in St. Louis. Yeah, You know, you want to talk about a salient point there? Oh, there you go. Well, hold on.
No,
is it time?
He's right. He's right because we told ourselves.
Okay, hold on. Let's all do it at the same time. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. Ready? And everybody got their noses.
Yeah.
And mount.
Oh.
Okay. But seriously though, in all seriousness, with our noses on our face, we promised. We told ourselves.
Yes.
We were not going to get high.
We weren't going to do this
we
again.
We said we were not just once. For a few seasons.
We went an entire summer saying we are not going to buy into the hype anymore.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be until we've seen it proven on the field.
That's what we said on the grass. And look at us. Yeah. Look at yourself. Look at yourself and look at you.
No, I see
look at you and look at the chat.
This is how it feels to be a Raider fan that was optimistic for this offseason, Jeff.
Oh,
yep. But it was Pete Carroll.
Oh, my chicken doesn't even make noise.
Oh,
what the hell?
Hey.
Mine does.
I'm so sad. My chicken doesn't even. It's dead.
Here, trade me chickens.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Do you have a chicken, Jeff?
No.
Here. Oh, you knocked off your nose? Well, that's why I gave you a backup. So we each got to. Okay, now. Okay, now everybody's got a truth chicken. Oh, mine is.
Oh, maybe I was just squeezing it wrong. My bad.
No. He gave me the dud. He gave me the dud.
Seriously, though.
There's so many jokes.
Oh, it sounds like it's crying.
He died, yeah.
So these are our truth chickens. We should have had these going earlier. That truth chicken came from Kevin, by the way. He bought us that truth chicken.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's crying.
So that's what it sounds like to be Raider fan.
This is literally what I sounded like
this
on
is
Sunday.
A visual representation.
I was
here we go.
Screaming
All
into
right.
the abyss.
Take it away, Michelle. This is a visual representation of what it is to currently be a Raider fan.
No, I'm not even kidding.
For real, though.
That's real.
Yeah, no, that's so real.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, we did say that. And I'm saying it now again. They have to prove it to me. I will no longer. I'm no longer.
We're not buying in again.
No.
Not buying in until we see it on the field.
That's right.
Unless they hire a really good coach.
Or draft a quarterback in the first round.
Okay.
No.
That might be different.
I want to draft a friggin' left guard.
Well, that's true. You know what? Use the whole draft on offensive line. If we have 7 picks next year, use 5 of them.
Use 5 of them on offensive and the other 2 secondary.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, there's our buddy Jordan. Jay in St. Louis. All right. Oh, speaking of Jays, now we're going to head up to the what do you call it? We'll just call it the Northeastern Corridor.
Okay.
And hear from our buddy Jay from Syracuse.
Murf, Swag, Michelle. It's Jay from Syracuse, New York. And just wanted to react to that game we just saw. So, after the Chargers game, I thought there were some positives to really go into next week. But after this one, I really feel defeated after this game, and I'm always an optimist. This was a rough one. First, shout out to Trey Tucker and Max Crosby, of course. They stuck out. They were the only 2 really performing, I felt like. They looked great out there. Obviously, Brock Bowers still not healthy. That's disappointing. As long as that knee brace is on there, he is a completely different player. But the main thing, really, that I wanted to call for is I'm really disappointed in all of us because we knew this was going to happen.
Oh, my gosh, right?
We saw the O-line
Here we go.
last year. They struggled. They were terrible, historically bad. We saw the secondary last year. They weren't great. And we saw Sadsack and Carroll not address these major issues in the offseason. And we thought, well, it's Pete Carroll. Maybe it'll just magically be better. We should have known. We should have seen this coming. Sounds familiar. But with that said, if the Raiders win against the Bears on Sunday, we're going to the Super Bowl. Love you guys.
Nice, dude.
Talk to you soon. Raiders.
Wow, that's awesome. Good job, Jay from Syracuse. I don't think Jay's a made man yet.
I don't think so either.
No, we might need to get him on the board there. Is that 2? I think it might be 2.
So he's one.
Let us know, Jay. Let us know, because
Yeah, how many times
I'm
you
so
called?
terrible at keeping up with this stuff nowadays. So yeah, let us know. But I think what he meant to say was this.
Speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. There's not one phase of the game that showed up today. And I hate using this word. I really do. I hate it. They suck. Wow. The Raiders suck. The coaches suck. The players suck. Everybody in that they suck. And I'm pissed off.
Darn right you are.
Same.
Jeez.
There you go, Bill.
You know how I was feeling right after the game?
How are you feeling?
Oh, wait a minute.
I hate the Raiders. I hate the Raiders.
John, calm down. John, they'll win the next time, John.
I hate the Raiders.
John, stop.
John L., they may not.
It's going to be okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
I thought that was me. That was me. Actually, that wasn't me.
We've got Mojo post game.
Yeah.
How about this? There's 90 people associated with the team that just got put out on the field. 88 of them can lick my whole butthole.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. All right. Nothing but lowbrow humor around here.
Yeah.
All right. As we class it up a little bit and take it out to Fresno and hear from our buddy Jacob.
Hey, folks. Jacob from Fresno checking in. It's not looking good, guys. I got to be honest. You know, I was thinking at the beginning of the year, probably a 9-win season. That might be what we're looking at. You know, squeaking into the playoffs. I still think something like that is maybe possible. But it's impossible if we can't get the offensive line figured out. And I just don't know how we're going to do it. You know, it's still early in the season. Guys are still shaking off the rust. But we don't seem to have any solid players on the offensive line. Colton Miller seems to be alone. It's to a point where I think like maybe we should trade Colton to get whatever value we have remaining. Because let's think about it realistically, guys. Look at where we are as a franchise. Geno Smith is the franchise QB. He's going to be the guy that we commit to for the next one, this season, next season, maybe the season after. That's going to be the guy. Is he going to win us a Super Bowl? Probably not. Probably not. That's why it's a big probably. Because if everything went well, if everything went perfect for this guy, and we set just a fantastic all-star team around him, he's the type of guy that I think would be able to do it, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see that in our future in the next 3 years. Probably not what is likely to happen. So what I think is we get rid of the left tackle that you keep so you can keep your QB upright. And we just kind of, we let the rest of the offensive line deal with that, I guess. I don't know. This offensive line is terrible. I'm telling you. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. Ask Janty every time he has his hands on the ball, somebody has his hands on him. This guy can't get out of the backfield before he's doing 360s and trying to juke back and get to the line of scrimmage. I saw him in the fourth quarter. If you look back, the first run in the fourth quarter is on a second down. This guy did a 360, juked back, and then he broke a tackle, and he wasn't even to the line of scrimmage yet, and he got a 1-yard run, and it was the most impressive 1-yard run I've ever seen in my life. The greatest 1-yard run in the history of the NFL. And that's what's going to happen when we have an offensive line like this, guys. We got to do something, and I think maybe the answer is trading Colton Miller for a couple decent guards, or maybe just punting for the future and getting some getting some draft capital so that we can get a solid offensive line. Because guys, look at that. Jackson Powers-Johnson isn't even looking good. He's not even starting right now. And I don't know what the future holds for us, but it has to be something with a different group of five up front, guys, because it's looking bad. I appreciate you guys. You take it easy and go
Raiders.
Appreciate Jacob from Fresno. Yeah, man, I don't know if trading away your best offensive lineman is the best way to build your offensive line. I don't know if I entirely agree with that, Jacob. But I get his sentiment that, you know, when you've got so many things to solve, that if there's another way to, acquire talent, via draft capital. I mean, I kind of get the sentiment behind it, but I think Colton's the answer there, especially not after a fresh contract.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't think you trade away Colton. I mean, not yet anyway.
You're not you're not trading tackles for guards.
No, you're
Left
not.
Tackles after quarterback, for crying out loud. That's one of your most important pieces on offense. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm telling you, man, we've got these guys in the wings that are inactive. The two guys that we drafted in the third round, put them in. Get them in the mix.
Get
them in the mix.
Doesn't make any sense.
How much worse can it be?
That's it.
That's the thing.
What do you have to lose?
What do you got to lose at this point?
Yeah. It can't get any worse. All right, absolutely. So next up, apparently you got to have a J in your name to call the show this week. Next up, we're going to get to Josh in the 703.
What up, man? Yep, that was a fucking shit show. Man, what the fuck? Our defense couldn't stop them motherfuckers at all. Honestly, I thought coming into the game, that was our biggest bonus. All right, defense was close, and the offense fucking take care of shit. Defense wasn't getting no help because the offense keep them on the fucking field. And special teams, where the fuck y'all go? God damn, bro. They beat the shit out of us. All three phases of this game got outclassed. And I know the Commanders are a good team. But you got beat by a low fucking corner. Like, his lap today. He's crazy, Mariota. That shit is awful. That motherfucker beat us himself as well. Throwing that touchdown, I thought they probably was a touchdown to fucking McLaurin towards the end of the game. He runs in a fucking touchdown. He's killing us with his legs. Fucking, that's who he is. How the fuck can't we defend that? He can't stop the run at all. Like, our guys didn't look like they wanted to be out there and play. And I want Bowers out there on the offense. I want Bowers out there too. If the man ain't right, he's got to sit down. The last thing he wants to do is seriously hurt his knee. And the season just started. That's the biggest thing. That's the only plus side of it. The season has just started. There's no reason to panic. Got a young team trying to push it together. Like, damn, you watch this and you go, what the fuck did I just watch? So when they said James Daniels wasn't going to play, I was like, oh shit, man, we can win this. But I was wrong. I mean, offensive line, Parham, fine ass, needs to fucking either get it together or sit the fuck down. DJ Glade got beat multiple times. Bobby Wagner's big ass, how do you miss him? He can't open up the run game. And look, I wasn't big on the kids you picked, and I was hoping for the best for him because, he's a fucking young dude. Our offensive line can't fucking do anything. They look like little boys out there playing against men. Then we got the Bears. Hell, the Bears beat the Cowboys. Well, the fucking Cowboys almost are fucking division. Fuck the Bears.
Nice. There you go, Josh.
He meant that
one. Yeah, he did. As you would say, he said that with his whole chest.
His whole chest.
Yeah, he did.
He sure did.
So he brings up an interesting point. And I think Paul brought it up too. Is that this is the Washington Commanders with Aloha Corner as their starting quarterback. They're down Jaden Daniels. They're down the offensive rookie of the year last year. They're down Austin Eckler, who is a career touchdown machine. Yeah. They're down Dedrick Wise, who is an absolute dominant pass rusher. They were dealing with so many injuries and so much adversity themselves. It's, again, to go back to that whole idea that this set up for the Raiders, for them to turn this in. I think that's what's so disheartening. You know what I mean? And a lot of people made that point already tonight, and it's an incredibly fair one. Like this, Can you imagine if Jaden Daniels was in this game?
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, they would have hung 60 on us.
Probably.
Dude. Oh,
like for real.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All All right, let's check in with our buddy Donovan.
What's going on, man? It's Donovan, man. So, immediate reaction. I calmed down, chill. I'm not mad, just disappointed because it's just.
He must be a dad.
He's got to be a dad.
Yeah.
We got to take advantage of opportunities, when we got them, man. In the first quarter, we got to score off turnovers off that fumble. We got to get touchdowns. We should have had that pick. You know what I'm saying? Special teams, you can't give up punt returns, man. You know what I'm saying? Defense kept fighting, man. They kept fighting, but that blown coverage in the fourth quarter when we was down by 10, that hurt, so that just, that hurt, man. But defense didn't quit. Offense, you see Trey Tucker, man. Told y'all last call, we have too much talent not to be averaging 28. We put up 4, but Trey Tucker is there. Geno Smith, he just needs time, man. This O-line, they just need more chemistry, man. I know how y'all feeling right now, but O-line is, they just need chemistry. Ashton Genty, he needs to stay in the game when it's 2-minute drill. I don't know why we trying to have him on some, like Chip Kelly say, like load management. I understand you don't want to run to the ground, but he is too talented not to be out there, man. All right? But you see the progression. You see he just running over people. He got the talent. Raider Nation, like I said, man, if we can get the 4-2 going to Kansas City, we are good. We are 1-2 right now. We got 14 games left, man. All right, I know some of y'all want to fire this. Some of y'all fire that dude panicking. We are good, man. All right, because we did not quit. We're still in that game, man. All right, Raider Nation, we good, man. We still got October, November, and December, man. All right, Raider Nation, we good, man. Hey, make yourself feel better. Just win, baby.
There you go, Donovan.
Come on, Donovan.
Got me feeling good.
He's always such a positive guy, man. He's always got such a positive take, and I can appreciate that very much so. And something that he touched on there, and I read this earlier this week, and I want you guys listen to this and just let this resonate, okay, a little bit. So he talked about us not coming up with that interception, right? Yeah. We have 1 interception on the year. How many takeaways do the Raiders have on the year? I think, is that the only one? Isaiah Polamau? The fumble.
The fumble.
The one Max Crosby fumble in the last game against Chargers. Okay? So 2. So 2 takeaways on the year. I say all the time that there are a handful of things that equate to winning on the road late in the season in the playoffs, right? When it comes to the NFL. And it is controlling the clock, running the football, playing good defense, which means taking the ball away, protect the football on when you're on offense, don't turn it over, like convert on third down, don't allow third down conversion. Like there's just a handful of things that are just, doesn't matter how the league evolves, doesn't matter the dynamicism of the offenses. Those are the things that win games. Look at the Eagles. They're a pretty boring offense to watch, but yet they still rack up a bunch of wins, including championships. And one of the reasons that they do that is because they take the ball away. They play amazing defense. The Raiders, your Las Vegas Raiders, even going back to when they were your Oakland Raiders, takeaways by year. In 2024, we were 29th in the league. 2023, we were 19th in the league. 2022, we were 32nd in the league. 2021, we were 30th. 2020, 30th. 2019, 31st. 2018, 24th. 2017, 31st. We continually stay at the bottom of the league in takeaways, and our record reflects it. Mm-hmm. The last really energizing, successful season we've had, because I don't count 2021. 2021 was nice, but we kind of limped our way into that a little bit. I know we won 4 games at the end, but we were depending on a lot of people losing as well. Yeah. And that was just a weird year. 2016 felt pretty damn good. Yeah. And it felt pretty damn good because we had good quarterback play until he got hurt, and then we had a good defense that took the ball away. We finished 12-4 that year. Okay, 2016. You know where we were ranked in takeaways? Anybody want to guess?
Mm-mm.
Second.
Oh, geez.
Second in the league in takeaways. That's why Riverboat Jack could be Riverboat Jack. Yeah. That's why you could challenge your offense to make plays, to put them in positions to where you needed to make a play. And Derek felt emboldened to throw the ball downfield, to allow his guys to work one-on-one because he knew that his defense was going to get the ball back. He knew that Khalil Mack was going to go to work. He knew that, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It makes a big damn difference. And talk about a jump. 2016, we're second in takeaways and won 12 games. And we haven't been out of the bottom 10 since then. And what have our results been? It's a massive point Donovan just made right there. When you have an opportunity to get the ball back on defense, you have to convert.
Yep.
It's crucial to the success of a football team.
Yep.
Crucial. Anyways,
Wow,
good stuff there from Donovan.
Thanks. Good stuff from you. Thank you. I really needed that. That was so depressing. That was so depressing. Like, that honestly is so depressing. That's bad.
Yeah, that's real bad.
I mean,
That's real bad.
Well,
That's real bad.
I used to, and is not stacking up on Max Crosby, but like I said forever, when Khalil Mack left, who was going to be our new closer?
Yeah.
Khalil Mack was dominant late in games. He was dominant on third down. Where have we seen that since? You have to have that. You have to have a Von Miller that can go back there and swat the ball away from a quarterback. You have to have a ball hawking safety a la freaking Charles Woodson to go in there and pick off Peyton Manning twice. And although during those, and that was before these years here, but like that's what made those players great. You know, John Facenda said, great players aren't always great, but they're always great when they have to be.
Yeah.
When you have to be great, who's been great for our Raiders over the past 10 years? Who, Jeff? I'm going to challenge you. Who?
Yeah. The fans. That's it.
There you go. That's rough, man. And I hate to take this in a negative light, but I want to say all that
That's
to highlight what Donovan had to say there.
Yeah.
He's right. We've got to make those plays on defense. Just get the ball back. It doesn't matter what teams do in between the 20s. Stop them in the red zone. Ask Gardner Minshew how that worked out for him against Patrick Surtain and the Denver Broncos. Yeah. You can drive all the way downfield, then you throw a pick six in the end zone. Guess what? Game changes. Bam, just like that. Yep. Doesn't matter what the stats are. Doesn't matter what the yards are. Get the freaking ball back. Anyways, all right, I'm going to shut up. Let's check in with our buddy Ernesto in Mexico City.
Hello, guys. Your trusted correspondent from Mexico City. Now I'm mad. I'm really upset because this is not the way, not only to lose, this is not the way to play. I can't stand now, because I'm mad now, that Pete is saying, compete. How in the world are we going to compete with this offensive line? It's impossible. His son is an awful job. I don't like that he's not changing anything about that. Son has to be fired or demoted. Let other person handle the O-line. We can let the JPJ on the bench. Dylan Parham cannot play right guard. Meredith cannot play center. Just switch them around. I've been saying this. Tristan Kuhn has been saying this. Right guard, Parham, center, JPJ, left guard, Meredith, and maybe we can have better games. But this is awful. We're wasting Gentry's first season like this, and they're killing Gino now. This game was not on Gino's. That's all I have to say for today. I'm really mad. Yeah, go Raiders, but we need to do something, guys. This is unsustainable.
All right, there's our buddy Ernesto. So,
I love how he's really mad, but he still sounds so kind.
I know, right?
I'm really mad, but he still sounds so kind.
Yes.
Well, and I love his point about switching up there because so they switch Parham from one side to the other, right? And so our boy, not like we freaking have dinner with him all the time, but Taylor Lewan will tell you that I can't play the right side. Oh, Taylor Lewan was an elite left tackle. He's like, don't ask me to play the right side. I can't do it. He's like, it's like getting up in the morning and trying to brush your teeth with the other hand.
Right.
It feels weird to me to be over on the right-hand side.
Uh-huh.
Dylan Parham looks a mess on the left side. So put him back on the right.
The end.
Like, why not try it? Like Ernesto said there. So great point there from Ernesto. All right, next up. Oh, it's Ernesto again.
Hi, guys. Me again. I just listened to the end of the last episode where my past call was broadcasted in your beautiful program. And I forgot that I'd already told you this. about the line about Pete's son, and I just heard your comments on my take. So ignore the last message. Don't ignore the fact that I'm mad. I'm still mad. And I wanted to ask you guys, after watching the Commanders game, are you still enhancing that argument that there are adults in the room and there's a collective? I don't know. I don't know the team that well. I think that there's so much stubbornness there that not 5 experts can be that dumb to see that line that is not working and to see the statistics of the last year and still say, okay, we're going to go with our lineup. I don't know, guys. Has this game changed that idea that you said that you have? That would be a more interesting conversation. Anyway, have a great one. Great Sunday. Go Raiders.
There you go, Ernesto.
All right, Michelle, what do you think?
I don't know anymore. Hold on, I gotta sneeze.
I thought she was about to cry. I thought she was gonna cry. I was like, either way, this is all gonna be good for ratings.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh. I'm sorry. I've got to.
God bless you.
Bless you.
Okay, that sounded gross. I gotta get some tissue.
Okay, go. All right, Swag Jeff, take it away.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, something's got to give, right? Something's got to give with this offensive line. And, how many more times is our offensive line just going to get their shit kicked in before Pete Carroll goes, okay, maybe we do need to do something different.
Yeah.
Those points are fantastic. Moving Parham over to the right side, moving Meredith back to the left, putting JPJ. It makes sense. But why are we but if he's saying absolutely not, absolutely not, then it's off the table.
Yeah,
so how many more times are we going to have to do this shit before he goes, well, I guess we're going to have to try something different.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but no, great calls from Ernesto. I'd like to have a drink with that guy. He just seems super nice.
Absolutely. Ernesto's a great guy and a great supporter of what we do here at Raiders Fan Radio. And support his podcast, the El Camino Raiders podcast. And thank you for holding it down for us. The RFR correspondent down there in Mexico City.
Absolutely.
All right, next up, let's check in with there we go.
Oh, geez.
You know what? I wonder what we're going to get out of this guy this week, because we usually he's very positive, and it's early in the season, but we've had very negative output from our Raiders so far this year.
Sure.
So I'm curious to what we're going to get, what kind of energy we're going to get from our buddy Rico. But I will tell you this, he is Raider-born Rico. He's Italian-born, but he will tell you he is Raider-born. And don't let the dulcet tones and the background music and all that fool you. Man, this guy's got some incredibly well thought out Raider takes, and we vibe with anybody on this show. We vibe with all of you, but we love to hear some Rico and Michelle.
I don't know what's in my nose. Oh, I should sniff these smelling salts.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
so if you've got smelling salts,
sniff them.
Sniff them. If you got pants, Jeff,
drop them.
If you've got candles,
light them.
What if you got a cigarette?
Put it out and light a new one with the old one. Keep them going.
Or hang on to it and light it afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Or light it afterwards.
It'll light itself as soon as he starts talking.
Oh, nice.
That's true. All right, let's check in with our buddy Raider-born Rico.
Hey guys, Raider-born Rico here. So I agree 100% with that feeling. I'm not enjoying football anymore.
Oh,
I'm watching the Raiders most of the time, get upset, and that's that. The way the game is played, is officiated, is soft, predictable. I was watching that game on the big screen, got the baseball on the phone, so I'm watching both great, especially for commercial breaks. Third quarter, I swapped. I put the Padres on the big screen. After the Raiders game, I haven't watched another minute of football anymore. Before, I would have watched tons and tons of football action. Not because we lost. It happened also during the first week. Now, it's because it's not football for old men, or because your own team suck. I think it's a bit of both. Definitely for the idea of football we all experienced before, especially with the old Raiders football, we just don't fit in right now. And then the fact we're watching the same movie over and over is because we're repeating the same mistakes over and over. Too many changes every year, too many changes that are looking the same every year. We say this before. You can't have a solid team if you don't have a solid locker room. And you can't have a solid locker room if you don't have a solid organization built up through the years. It's like a building. If you keep changing the construction sites, the plans, the workers, you will never end. You just demolish and rebuild. And if you add the fact that through the process, you're making bad economical choices, well, here you go. You end up with a derelict building. Now, we don't have a derelict building because Allegiant Stadium looks great. But we as Raiders are a derelict building. We messed up moving to Vegas. We broke the magic of Oakland. We shake the foundation. Okay, let's build up again, even more stronger. Nothing happened. It is what it is at the end of the day, but we got some good money out of it. But did we use it wisely? No, at least football-wise, because we're great in showing concerts, events, pay-per-view. We're selling those seats. And it's not bad to have money, but it's bad not administrating it right. It's like me when I got money and I keep everything for myself and give nothing to someone in needs. That's come back to haunt me. That's a mistake. That's when you can say more money, more problems. Mega deals just to fill the pockets. Get this general manager, get the other, get Gruden, Antonio Brown, get Devante Adams, get Brady and Carroll and Kelly. Sounds like a Melrose Place episode. It's all nice on the paper, but where's the substance? Where's the essence? The essence that make you fit in this kind of contact flat football we play nowadays. The essence that a first-round quarterback that move like a running back have. The essence of a young offensive coordinator have. The essence of a coach who was a player in the 2000s have. Now, I don't mean any disrespect at all for Pete Carroll for the age he have. I think he can do it. But if you have a more modern kind of entourage with him, and plus you need time, you need the right piecing working together for a while, 2 or 3 years in the making. We said that before. So, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. We're 1-2. So get those pieces, correct the mistakes, and establish the foundation to be competitive in the future. That's how you fit in this present football. We always say, love you all from the bottom of my heart. Cheers to all of you, and I'm out. Go Raiders.
Holy crap. Homie brought thunder on that one, man.
Sure did.
Okay, I want to make a brief point and then turn it over to you guys. We'll go to you, Michelle, after this. I felt, and I threw it out there on Silver and Black today, and I thought this is going to be a little bit of an old man, get off my lawn type take. And I own those. I get it that I'm an aging football fan and whatever. and I never want to like go, well, back in my day and back in the old days, back in the, but the flag footballization of the NFL, the over-officiated nature of it, I think is really taking away from the game. And not that these guys still aren't tough and they're not, hardworking, and that's not taking nothing away from the players. But the way that the league is structured, the actual game now, it is less interesting to my eyes and to my brain to watch non-Raiders football, where I used to love it. It was like, I would, and I still do to a certain extent, but would absolutely schedule everything that I did on Sunday during football season around watching the game. The onset of Sunday Ticket was a gift from God in my world when it came out, and I would go to a bar or I would do whatever because I couldn't afford it. So I would go somewhere where I could watch all the games, and it was just, what an incredible thing to be able to see it. And like those days when flags were kept in their pocket, defenders were allowed to challenge wide receivers. You didn't get cheap calls like what we saw against Isaiah Polamau this week with the helmet to helmet. I understand that helmet to helmet is an automatic flag. That said, and this is where the league puts the officials in a bad position, because while the official has to throw the flag, okay, it's helmet to helmet, I got to throw the flag. But what else did you want Isaiah Polamau to do? Yeah. He lowered himself. He turned away. He led with a shoulder. And unfortunately, it was still helmet to helmet. That's not the reason we lost the game. I'm not making an excuse for it. But what I'm saying is that the officials and the players are being put in completely unfair positions, and it's not interesting to us fans that grew up and fell in love with this sport as young people. It's not as interesting as it once was. And I threw it out there. I even put it out on Twitter, and I'm like, if this is an old guy take, y'all tell me. Not one person did. Everybody said exactly Rico's sentiment there, that it's not as interesting to watch. And the NFL is losing its base to chase people that don't fucking watch it to begin with. And it drives me nuts, Michelle.
No, that's exactly what's happening. I'm the same way, because I used to, my whole day was football. Now it's on because I love the sound of it. I like to hear football, but it's not as interesting to watch. It's the flags, and it slows it down, and it stops momentum, and you almost have to actively put yourself in the position to be prepared to watch, instead of just watch. It used to be fun. Now it's just different. It is very different. Yeah.
Jeff, and I think that becomes amplified when our team is bad. And to amplify what Michelle is saying, I find I have to bet. I have to put money on FanDuel. Shout out FanDuel. But I got to throw some money on a game. And then I'm like, okay, I can lock into this now and I can be more interested. It never was the case for me before.
No.
And it's not because I got I like to gamble, but I'm some super junky addiction to gambling. It's not even like that. It's just that I got to try to make this Sunday night game
a little more enjoyable.
I never miss Sunday night football, ever.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't watch it last week. My wife and I watched Wednesday because I'm like, you know what? The Chiefs are going to win this game. I don't need to watch it. Chiefs are going to beat the Giants. I don't need to watch it. It's almost Halloween time. I want to watch Wednesday, or we want to watch Wednesday. So I spent time with my wife watching Wednesday.
It's become predictable.
It's
just become very predictable with the penalties. Before I saw that hit from Polamalu, and I'm like, here comes the flags.
Yeah.
Here they come, and you watch the replay, and even the commentators are like,
Schlereth.
Yeah, even they're like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
What else is he supposed to do? He's supposed,
his
the guys
words were
become
they're taking the football out of football.
There you go.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And that's what they're doing. And it's a damn shame.
Well,
it really is.
I don't want to harp on it, but you said something about they're trying to get people to watch that don't care to watch. They are forgetting about the actual people that love football. And that's all over the place now, at every commercial, at every interview. I sound like, the old get off my lawn, I sound like him, but remember who got you where you are.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
Dance with the one that brought you.
Those people aren't paying for Sunday tickets.
Come on.
So
yes. And I don't lament, I'm not saying, we need to go back to the Raiders of the 70s and where Jack Tatum could knock a guy's block off and Phil, Villapiano could be can opening helmets off. I'm not looking for the 60s for Ben Davidson to absolutely destroy Joe Namath. And, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
But there was a balance that got struck in the 90s and even the early 2000s where you could still play aggressive football. It didn't feel, of course, always as a Raider fan, we're always sensitive to flags, but it didn't feel like the league as a whole was over officiated, and it still looked like football. And that's where I say the flag footballization of it, Jeff, it doesn't look like the NFL as much as it used to. And again, it takes nothing from the players. This is not their doing. This is the league doing this to these guys, and it just becomes less interesting to the eye. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And I think that late 90s, early 2000s, that was really the sweet spot in the NFL.
I think so.
Where they were aware of the safety. They wanted to make the sport more safe and all that stuff. But they still I watched this replay of there was a Bills and freaking Patriots game, and Tom Brady gets his block knocked off.
Yeah.
His helmet goes flying, all this stuff. He gets, pummeled, no flags. No flags. That's football. That's football. It's just a football play, man. Your helmet comes off. Oh, well, tough shit. You get hit helmet to helmet. The guy's a runner. What else is he supposed to do? So, I'm totally with you, man. Don't forget to dance with the ones that brought you.
Yeah.
Dude.
Because you lose us.
Well, and someone brought up, and this is probably completely different, but sort of similar, all the subscriptions that,
Oh,
I got to log in. Now I got to it used to be easy to watch football. Now you have to have all the different, everybody. It's so ridiculously clear that it's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
They want to let everybody get their little piece of the pie. What about us?
Yeah. Then put a good product on the field.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Please do that.
You know, if you want the money, you got the money.
Yeah.
We're willing to do whatever we need to do to watch our team and to watch football all day long. Then put out a good freaking product.
Yeah.
Let's not put out some. You know, I've never thought that football is scripted, and I still don't. But I can see someone saying that, oh, this predictable scripted bullshit, man. You know,
it doesn't feel above reproach like it used to once upon a time.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that way. So no, I'm with Rico on that, and appreciate you, Rico. Appreciate those comments, and appreciate it's hard for me to keep up the chat, but as you guys know, but I'm going to go back and read through, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. And if there's younger fans out there that are just like you guys are full of it, and you just whatever, you're living in the past. Well, fine, I'll own that. That's what I say. I'll own the fact that I'm older because I only have one perspective. I got mine. I don't know what yours is as a 22-year-old Raider fan. So tell me, or 22-year-old football fan even. Tell me what your perspective is. I'm genuinely curious to hear what you have to say because now we have the luxury of being able to contrast what it was from the 70s to the 2020s.
I'll tell you what it is. Well, Devin, he just how did the Raiders win today? He's so checked out because it's not fun to lose every time you ask. He used to watch every game with me, and now he's just
yeah, Vinny's the same
it's
way.
Not very fun.
Yeah, Vinny will come in and be like, "How we doing, Dad?"
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Oh, we're down 7." He'll be like, "Well, of course we are."
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he'll kind of hang out for a few minutes, and then he'll be like, well, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm like, I don't blame you.
Same.
You know?
Yep.
I'm just gonna sit here and be miserable. I'll update you.
Yeah.
I'll hold it down.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And then it's funny because the family will be in the background doing something or whatever. And I'm watching the game, and I'm like, and I'm hooting and hollering, and they're just like, go Raiders! And it's like, you know what I mean? It's almost a joke now.
Yeah, the Lamont plays. He checks out quick. Well, he can tell it's about to be bad.
Yeah,
he will go play the video game, but he can hear me in the lounge, just losing my shit, and he knows he can kind of keep up with what's going on by my reaction. Or Sugar Biscuit leaving quickly because she knows, football, I need to leave.
Yeah.
So she goes in there where he's at.
And the worst is when they're like, well, we knew it wasn't going good because you were quiet.
That's when it's bad.
Because I stop getting mad when it's not competitive. I'm just like, then I'm just droning out, forcing myself with the freaking toothpicks in my eyelids to watch the rest of the game. And there's nothing. What am I going to get mad about? We're down 30.
Yeah.
What am I gonna, what's you know what I mean? I'm not going to get mad if we give up a play. Well, we've been doing it the whole game.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We got to get out of here for the night. So for those of you we had a ton of voicemails that came in as we were going to air and as we've been doing the show. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll cover those voicemails. If either one of you want to come back, please do. If not, we'll do a little podcast selfie and we'll cover the rest of the Sea of Fans mailbag. I think there's 10 more calls.
No kidding.
So they just came in just tonight.
Wow.
So we'll get to those tomorrow. So look for us here back at 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific here on the YouTubes at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. I'm gonna go ahead and say my goodbyes right now because we're gonna hit the Sizzler for the night, which is the best email or phone caller, and then let Jeff and Michelle take us on out of here. So appreciate you guys so very, very much. We love you. Thank you for the amazing super chats and donations to the One Nation Foundation tonight. As we said at the top of the show, we just wrote our check to Angela Bolitnikoff and the Bolitnikoff Foundation for $10,000 on your behalf based on your generosity. And we just cannot thank you enough for that, Raider Nation, and the support, not only that you give Raiders Fan Radio, but the One Nation Foundation. So Swag Jeff, who was the best of the best tonight? And then take us on out of here.
Oh my gosh. So we had some amazing emails from James Williams, Daniel Mangus, T. Hom, and Paul. And then we had Jay in St. Louis who he said, half chode Swaggo. Because that was funny. Jay from Syracuse, Jacob in Fresno, Josh in the 703, Donovan, Ernesto, and Rico. But tonight's Sizzler Award goes to one. Just amazing points, amazing calls, amazing conversation that was had. Tonight's Sizzler Award goes to, of course, Raider born Rico.
Wow.
Sizzler. 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 Sizzler.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Oh, me. Well, I don't. I was responding in the chat. I don't have a ton of positive things to say about the Raiders, but I do love Raider Nation, and I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Like, I know it's tough, and I'm just going to sound like a broken record. So just remember what I said last season and the season before that, and we do have a chance to beat the Bears, though. So I guess let's try.
Yep, absolutely. No,
Let's try.
You said it. Kevin the Raider Nerd became a member tonight. He said super chat shout-outs. I can't scroll all the way up. I know Mark Barris had a $2 donation in there. Saw a couple others in there, and we were kind of on a roll at the beginning of the show, so I didn't get to shout them all out. But you know who you are, and we can't thank you enough for that. I scrolled all the way up, Michelle.
Yeah,
I couldn't get them all. Yeah. So, but thank you for being here, everybody. Jordan Ford, Paul, Yoshi, Jordan Ford, I think I already said that, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Frankie Mosqueda, Adam Hill, House Junkies, Mark Barris, Raider Nick, Jay Harris, Chronicles of the Black Hole. He said he's still looking for his Bowers jersey that he got right there. So
okay, I'm sure I've got his address. I'll get it sent out.
We'll get it sent out. I should have done it
today. My bad.
It's safe upstairs. Don't worry. We got it.
It's safe.
The shipping.
What jersey is it?
I think it's a Bowers jersey up there or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
I'll do it tomorrow.
There you go. Well, on behalf of Michelle, on behalf of Murf, my name is Swag Jeff, and you've been listening to another episode of Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side for the most part, side journey into the dark side. And don't forget, boys and girls, what happens in Vegas is started in Oakland. We love you guys. Much respect. See you next time, huh?